What up, friends? It's I, Commissioner Brian Irvin. Welcome to Burning Down the Far Hill, the championship edition. Yes, we have made it all the way to the final goal, the pinnacle as it speaks, is Week 16 championship week. But of course, before I go into Week 16, let's recap who is going to Week 16 with the semifinal matches. Starting in the Toilet Bowl, since no one cares, just to lose your interest right off the top. But our Road Crew defeats Steel Curtain 212 to 185. Desi Des Bryant goes for 52 points to lead the Road Crew to advance him to the Toilet Bowl championship game to face Bad Dog. Bad Dog beats the Irish Cop 156-132, led by the Dallas's kicker Dan Bailey's 42 points. I literally watched Irish Cop's disdain and hatred and his face as all this was going down. So Bad Dog will move on to face Road Crew Toilet Bowl Championship. Up in the tournament, Terre Hotel Bedantors cracks open a can of whoop ass all over the monthly plugs, 266 to 120. Jamal Charles, MVP already of my team, 83 points, 5 touchdowns, 4 receiving, and he only rushed for like 20 yards. Wow. So, opponent, Davis Dynasty, who defeats Wrath of the Imp. I said it. Yeah, I said it. 227 to 167. Julian Edelman led the way for the Davis Dynasty. So, with that, matchups in Week 16. Toilet Bowl Bad Dog is going to Road Crew. Who cares about all the history of that? But Davis Dynasty at the Terre Hotel Bedantors. Little information on this is Terre Hotel Bedantors won the previous matchup earlier this year, back in Week 5. This is a rematch of the 2011 title game. It's interesting. So we do have that little piece of nuggets there. So there it is. Bad Dog, Road Crew for the Toilet Bowl. Davis Dynasty, Terre Hotel Bedantors for the Intercontinental title of the Syndicate. And I do have information that the belt is being shipped back, should be in the league offices by kickoff on Sunday. Should be in league offices by kickoff on Sunday. But yes, so there's your matchups for that. So now a little housekeeping stuff for the league and site and everything. Pick'ems, the fantasy pick'ems we got last week on that. So this week will be the last week. There's only 2 games, so you got a 2 and a 1. I don't think the space is by more than 3 points. So important if you're within 3 points of the first place. You probably should use some picks there. Also with the NFL pick'ems, 2 weeks to go there. 2 weeks. If you're within any kind of 100, 200 points, you probably should still be picking picks on that. So, yeah, so those 2 are still going. Just NFL picks does incorporate Week 17. Cannot stress that enough. The Survivor Pool, me and John, we're still going to go. We got 2 weeks to see if we're going to settle this. We might set up an arrangement for Week 17 if we both survive Week 16, but we're still going, and we will go through Week 17 if we have to. Then that brings me to the accounting. So for all the people that are basically eliminated and not getting any money coming to them, this is what you owe. And emails, I'm not going to start the emails until after the championship round, so they won't start until next week where I start getting phone calls. The due date to get those in also is not until, I believe, February 1st, which is a Saturday, which is not the Super Bowl party, which is before the Super Bowl party. Don't bring your money to the Super Bowl party. I need it beforehand. I hate fidgeting with all that stuff between or during that thing. That's one less thing I need to worry about. So, I need payment before the Super Bowl party, which is which is before February 1st. But here's who owes what. John Hauser is 10. Jared is 9 1/4. And yes, I'm going to sweat you for some of these little quarter things. We'll get back to JJ after next week. John Hansen is 15. Chris is 375. He paid. He's got 15. he's got things, and then people that get money back because they have overpaid for this year. Josh, you got 13 coming back, but I'm sure I'll talk to you, and you like to hold things over. Thomas, I'll flip you a quarter when you hand me the belt. And Roger, you got $1 coming back. Also, he likes to hold things over, but I'll discuss that with him. So yeah, that's who's going to owe what. I'll send out emails probably this time next week. So yeah, other than that, I believe everything is going smoothly. I should probably recap the draft order since I have been getting questions on that. So quickly, I'm going to go through the draft order. So, draft next year, 2014, the draft order is as follows. Number 1, Jer. Number 2, Hauser. Number 3 is my dad, Bad Dog. Number 4 will be Steel Curtain. Number 5 will be Road Crew. Number 6 will be Irish Cop. Now, for 7 through 12, it's going to go based off of who wins what, but since the two seeds are playing the title game, I can tell you number 7 is Chris. Number 8 is Nate, Foster's Children. Number 9 will be Monthly Plugs. And number 10 will be Wrath of the Imp. 11 and 12 is going to be the winner this week will be 12, and the loser will be 11. That's how that will work. So, just to recap the draft order. Also, I'm going to recap the who cannot be held list, and this is going to take me a hot little second to dig it up real quick. But who cannot be held? Maybe I don't have this list readily on hand. Well, I'm not going to worry about it right now because I just don't have the list readily on hand. So next week I'll bring you that list. I know off the top of my head, Arian Foster's in there. I know Calvin Johnson's in there. I've got to think Peyton Manning's in there. I think Aaron Rodgers is in there. These are, I'm shooting from the hip right now. So that's the ones I'm shooting from the hip with that cannot be held. I don't care what team they're on right now. They cannot be held next year. I'll have the full list next week as we prep for the off-season. So with that all being said, championship week. So, Sunday, we'll be looking for another title for me. What I do, I guess. But with that being said, I hope all you have a wonderful week. It is not Christmas just yet, but, I'll come back at you this time next week, and we'll announce some winners.